So this is going to be Jack's 11-month update. I don't know, I just don't know where this year has gone. You know, I'm not ready for him to be a year old yet, but I guess there's not a whole lot I can do about that. And he is a pro at walking now. He started walking at like 9.5 months, and I don't know, he's just been running ever since, and he very rarely crawls now. He's always on his feet. We weighed him the other day, and even though it's not like an official doctor scale, it said that he was 25 pounds, and so he really hasn't been putting on much weight in the last couple months. And I'm not really too concerned about it, just because he's been extremely active and mobile and getting into everything, so I just think that's probably part of it. But we go for his 1-year doctor's appointment next month, so if she has any concerns, if our pediatrician has any concerns, she'll let me know. But otherwise, he's doing great. He seems to be getting a lot taller. I don't know exactly how tall he is now, but he's definitely growing. His hair is definitely growing as well. We haven't given him like a formal full haircut since he was about 5 months old, but we've given him a couple trims here and there just because it gets so shaggy and it gets in his eyes. But other than that, we really haven't like done too much with it. And yeah, I kind of don't want to. I kind of like it just the way it is. So, oh, and I don't know if you guys noticed, we painted the living room. It's kind of like a light bluish turquoise color, very light and very like relaxing, so I love it. So he's definitely getting more into finger foods this last month, and he won't let me spoon feed him purees anymore. Yeah, he just one day decided he did not, like, he will slap the spoon right out of my hand. Like, there's just no point in trying because it ends up on the floor and definitely doesn't end up in his mouth. So I kind of gave up with that. If he doesn't want to do it that way, that's fine. And so he's trying more finger foods. He's always kind of liked things that are crunchy, like Mum Mums and crackers and stuff like that. But we've been trying other kinds of stuff, like Cheerios. He loves those. Graham crackers. Anything that's like grain or made out of like bread or grain, he loves. But that kind of concerned me because I don't know, I just wanted to make sure he was trying other foods and not just breads and fruits. But right now he's just kind of in this thing where he only wants like bananas and, you know, a Mum Mum or Cheerios or something like that. So, you know, I keep trying to offer him new foods, and every now and then he'll take it. But yeah, most of the time, you know, he's either really into it and eats the whole thing off his tray, or he will just, you know, pick it up and throw it on the floor. So, you know, he's obviously healthy. He's producing you know, plenty of wet diapers and poopy diapers, so I'm not really concerned about, you know, him missing any nutrition. It's just kind of, you know, at some point he does need to eat more. He still nurses great, so I know as far as him being under a year old, really finger foods and solids are just for fun and for him to be learning those motor skills and just to try new tastes. But he should still be getting the majority of his nutrition through the breast milk, so I'm not really too concerned about it. So Jack is a little, he is a crazy, like, he is 100% boy. There's no doubting it. Like, he has no fear whatsoever. He will crawl up on the furniture and just try to dive off if you let him. And he likes to go up and down stairs, and he likes to scream and throw things and just get really dirty and muddy, and he's just crazy. But he's also really entertaining. And he's got that maniacal laugh. I don't know if you guys saw that video where he's got this crazy new laugh where he's just like, ha 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 ha. But his personality is just, it's awesome. You know, he's learning he claps now. He puckers up for a kiss, which he just started doing that the other day, and it makes me so happy that he can give me little kisses now. He tries to kiss with tongue sometimes, so that's kind of gross, but yeah, other than that, it's still really sweet. Sometimes it sounds like he mimics like whole sentences or just random words, but if you try to get him to repeat it more than once, like, it's not going to happen. But yeah, it's crazy sometimes the things that come out of his mouth, and I have a feeling he's going to be talking a lot more really soon. He still only has 2 teeth, which I'm actually pretty surprised at this point. You know, I know a lot of other babies his age or around his age that have, 6 teeth or, more than that or something. But, he'll develop at his own rate, so that's fine. I do think we are about to, probably in the next couple weeks to a month, definitely start to get those top teeth because for a while, I would say right when he turned 10 months old, he started sleeping like so well. He was going to bed. And you guys know that I've always had a hard time getting him to go to bed early, compared to other babies who maybe go to bed at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. He's always been, a night owl compared to, most babies or whatever normal is. But, yeah, he's done really well. He goes to bed between 9 and 10 now, usually closer to 9. And he'll get up between 7 and 8. So he'll sleep a good, 10 hours. And I don't know, one day he just started sleeping up to 10 hours straight, and it's crazy. But I'm definitely not complaining. To get that much uninterrupted sleep is it's awesome. I usually go to bed a couple hours after him, so I get anywhere between, 7 or 8 hours of sleep straight, which that's awesome. I'll take it. But in the last couple of weeks, he has been waking up once a night. And it's not an everyday thing, but it's just kind of happening more often. And he's been crabbier during the day too, so I'm almost 100% sure that he is teething again. And it's definitely not anywhere near as bad as it was last time, at least not yet anyway. The closer we get to cutting these next teeth, the more interrupted his sleep is going to be, and the harder it's going to be. But for now, he's actually doing really well. I'm hoping they cut a little bit easier and faster for him this time around. But yeah, he will either sleep, 9 to 10 hours at night, and depending on how long he sleeps at night, he will, sleep 30 minutes to an hour as a nap during the day. But at the end of the day, he'll sleep around 11 hours total. So yeah, nursing is still going awesome. I'm not pumping at night before bed anymore. I'm only pumping in the morning after I wake up, and it's usually just on one side because I nurse on the other. So my supply is, continuing to drop, especially with him sleeping through the night more, because I can go up to 12 hours at night without nursing or pumping. But he nurses pretty frequently during the day still, and I don't know if that's just because, he falls down more and gets more boo-boos, and that's the thing that he wants. Because he knows how to come up to me and he says, "Mama, mama, mama," and that's how I know that, because he knows it's his mama milk. So anyways, that's what we call it. We call it mama milk. I think mama milk is the name that we like better. So, and a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, well, if he can ask for it, he's too old. Well, I personally respectfully disagree, at least with our family. The closer we get to the 1 year mark, and the more I think about it, the more I can see that he isn't ready to stop nursing. And I've still got milk. I'm still making plenty of milk for him, so I don't really see a reason to take that from him. Especially because, that's how I get him to sleep. That's, that's our cuddle time. That's how he calms down if he gets a boo-boo. And it's still, it doesn't stop being nutritionally, awesome. Breast milk is just one of those things that's just so nutritionally good for your baby, and it doesn't stop being good for your baby just because they turn a year old. Sure, he would do fine switching to cow's milk at a year, at 1 year. I'm sure, that he could have, cheese and yogurt and some of that. He still has some of that now, but as far as, if I'm able to make the milk and if we both still want to do it, I don't really see a reason not to. At some point when we try to conceive, in order to make my cycles more regular, I might have to consider weaning then. And I don't think that I would want to continue nursing when I get pregnant, just because, I don't know. I guess I'll see when I get there. I just don't see that as something that I would want to do. But I guess, I never saw myself wanting to nurse past a year either, so I don't really know. Ideally, we can space our kids out enough so that Jack is weaned before I get pregnant. So I've got a little bit of time there where my body is just my own. But I don't know, if it doesn't happen that way, it's not really that big of a deal because, I'm not going to be like Michelle Duggar popping out kids every year and a half or so. And I'm not like trying to be disrespectful to her at all, but that's just not something that I want to do. So I think, we want to stop at 2, maybe 3 kids. They're only this little once, and I can sacrifice, a couple years for them, sharing my body to, help nourish my kids. It's not, that's something to me that's worth it. And, but yeah, I'm kind of getting off track here. But yeah, we are still nursing, and we do plan to continue nursing past a year if you would like to. So I guess that would make me, I don't know if we're just going to do the self-weaning route and let him decide when we stop. There's a very good chance that we could do that. That's kind of what we're going for. But if we only make it to like, year and a half, that's fine too. I guess it just depends on how long he wants to go and how long I want to go. And because I know, I have plenty of friends who, self-wean or have their child self-wean, and they stop sometime between 2 or 3 years. And I'm definitely not going to beat myself up if I don't make it that long. If Jack still wanted to if Jack still wanted to go that long, I'm not going to beat myself up if I cut him off a little bit before then. The fact that we've even made 11 months, if I stopped today, I would still be really proud of what I've achieved. And, if I had to give formula to Jack from here on out, I wouldn't feel badly about it because I know that, I've already given him so much. As far as like my weight loss, I hit my pre-pregnancy weight at around, I think it was like 8 months postpartum, 7 or 8 months postpartum. And, yeah, I've actually lost like 5 more pounds since then. So I actually weigh less now than I did on my wedding day, which is crazy because I never thought that, I wasn't even necessarily trying lately, but I think it's just a matter of me, chasing around a very hyper, busy little toddler now. And so that definitely takes a lot of energy, and I don't even really have time to overeat. Okay guys, sorry, my camera keeps dying, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and give up on trying to finish this vlog, and I'll just see you guys later. Bye guys!